Now let's practice solving radical equations. The first step is we want to isolate our square root. Then we will square both sides. And then you might need to repeat if needed, and then solve. One thing you want to keep in mind when you're solving radical equations, whenever you square each side of an equation or raising each side of the equation to a power, it is possible that you introduce extraneous solutions. In such cases, checking your solutions is crucial, okay? So in all of these problems, we're going to be squaring both sides when we're solving. So therefore, we need to check for extraneous solutions in all of these problems. So the first thing I'm going to do in this example is isolate my square root. I'm going to isolate it by adding x to both sides. So I have square root of 2x plus 7 equals x plus 2, or 2 plus x, whatever you like to write. Then what I'll do is square both sides to cancel that square root. So I have 2x plus 7 equals x squared plus 4x plus 4. So now you might need to write that twice and FOIL it out to get that, but I'm using a shortcut. So now I've created a quadratic equation. So I'm going to get that equation equal to 0, so that way I can solve by factoring. So I'll subtract everything from this left side to get 0 equals x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now I'm going to factor this trinomial by guess and check. X and x makes x squared. Positive 3 and minus 1 makes negative 3. And my inner and outer smiley faces confirm my middle term. So x plus 3 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. So we have x equals negative 3 or 1. Now what we need to do is check our answers since we squared. So I'm going to check x equals negative 3. And notice I'm going to check that in my original equation. So if I plug in negative 3, I have square root of negative 6 plus 1 minus negative 3 equals 2. So that is square root of 6 plus 1, square root of 6 plus 7. Hopefully I didn't throw you off. So negative 6 plus 7 is 1, and that's plus 3, and should that equal 2? So we have 1 plus 3 equals 2. 4 does not equal 2. So therefore, x equals negative 3 is extraneous. So now I need to check x equals 1. And I'll expect to see this work if you're checking your answers. So I have square root of 2 plus 7 minus 1. Does that equal 2? That's square root of 9 minus 1. Does that equal 2? 3 minus 1, 2 equals 2. So yes, that is an answer. So our final answer is x equals 1.